Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. This is our Bachelor Nation version of our Saturday morning cartoons. We don't get to do it every weekend, but hit the like button if you enjoy a little bit of extra content. You know, sometimes there's stories that sort of fall through the cracks. I wouldn't say this fell through the cracks other than it's a Bachelor/Bachelor adjacent story. That being because Bachelor alumni Kelley Flanagan was spilling some tea about her, I guess, ex-boyfriend, who's not in Bachelor. But we've loved following Kelley Flanagan from her days on Peter Weber's season of The Bachelor. I think she has done really well for herself following being on the show, worked in her family's law firm, and then actually exits the season, if you remember, on Peter Weber's season. She kind of knew Peter, met him in some atrium somewhere at a hotel, and then went on the show and kind of was done with the drama for whatever reason and really self-eliminated. Isn't that how it worked out? Well, after the show ended, you know, Peter, of course, had what some consider to be quite possibly the messiest season ever. I mean, it was wild. We had Maddie Pruitt. I mean, the stars that came from Peter's season. Or I guess you could all attribute that to Hannah Brown. Either way, dated Kelley Flanagan, broke up, got back together, the Super Bowl. We're talking 3-4 years now. Kelley Flanagan exposes Peter. She quotes her astrologer. I mean, it was complete banana land. It was the wildest times in the world. She made a video, posted online. I mean, you know, if your lady ever makes a video and posts it online, is going to get rough out there. So now she's actually sharing about her now ex, the Greek guy. So we'll get into it right now. And by the way, if you want extra tea, or I should say a lovely conversation, I interviewed Greer Blitzer, one of my favorite people from the Bachelor world. She had a very unique experience on the show on Zach Shallcross's season. His season was a real dud of a season, but the people that came out of it were great. We talked to Greer. I walked through New York City with her, and we also talked about her relationship with Maria Georges, and very interesting conversation about manifesting and whatnot. All right, let's manifest this conversation that Kelley was having. She posted this, I think yesterday, maybe the night before. I know many of you have been curious about my dating life, and I tried to keep things private for a while. I thought working on it away from social media would have helped, but sometimes things don't go as planned. I found out that I was being highly disrespected for the past 7 months, and if it wasn't for all of you, my followers, and girls being girls, I would have stayed in the dark and never known. My heart is shattered, but I'm so grateful to have you all. Now, folks are wondering what this means. She dated this guy. Let's see if we have a photo of him. Let me try to find one of these things. Hold on. Where is it? I don't have it. She dated it's somewhere. She dated this Greek guy. Her mom sent her like an Instagram. Oh my gosh, he's great. He's Greek. He's good looking. He's tall. He's all the things. I think he's a CEO. I mean, everything on paper looked good with him, but sometimes that's the problem when everything on paper looks good with somebody is you almost put up with their BS, or you deal with them in a way that you might not if they didn't check all the boxes, both physically, metaphorically, and I guess sexually, checking off all the boxes. But now she's saying it didn't go as planned. So a lot of people are wondering what that means, and I could read the comments from people, but I'll just sum it up for you from what I've kind of gleaned from it. And again, this is just fan theory, but from what I could glean from it, they broke up. They unfollowed each other, did that whole thing. Then they got back together several months ago, but didn't do the social media thing. And that could have been a stipulation from him. It could have been her saying, hey, there's something, maybe there was some divide in the relationship because of what was going on social media. Not really sure, but she says because people knew about the relationship, she got messages of disrespect. Now, what does that mean? Well, it really depends. Were they official? Because if you disrespect someone when you're official, that's probably leaning on cheating. But if they were just trying to make it work and he was still on a dating website, I don't know what that means. I mean, could it be emotional cheating? Could be physical? Who knows? So either way, looks like Kelley's back on the market. Some people said, hey, this is Kelley sending the bat signal to get back with Peter Weber. Who knows? I mean, third time's a charm, right? Either way, she's looking very debonair here in this photo. I think she's one of the more interesting people from the sort of alumni class of The Bachelor, and we wish her well. There's some other news we can get to while I've got you and have your attention here. That's the photo that I wanted. That was Kelley and her mom posted. Greek. What else can I ask for? I don't know. Maybe loyalty. Either way, he was a good-looking dude. And again, maybe people in his camp have said, "Oh, maybe she shouldn't be talking." There was, maybe he was on the straight and narrow and he couldn't handle her legal energy, whatever you want to call it. Who knows? We have no idea. So we give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't know his name. Don't care to. Wish him the best of luck. What else do we have? Oh, in other Bachelor news, several Bachelor alumni have competed on the next season of Special Forces, which will air January 8th on Fox. We've got Allie right here, Fedotowsky, a.k.a. Allie Mano. We've interviewed Allie's husband on Driving with Dave. I'd love to get Allie on Driving with Dave. Probably a little harder. She's kind of like a celebrity, but hey, if she wants to promote her new show, who better to do it with than me? So if anyone knows her, tell her I'm asking for her. They got Jordan, the Olympian, Trista Sutter there. So the real old school all-stars of Bachelorette. So we'll see how that goes. And then Landon, a professional soccer player. Brody, we know from, what was Brody from? He was from, wasn't he dating a Kardashian? What's Brody Jenner from? Was he from The Hills or one of the Hills Have Eyes, one of those shows? Cam, former or NFL quarterback, Kyla, Marion. Oh, Marion will be fun. Track and field athletes probably can do really well on Special Forces because they are highly trained. Denise, actress and housewife. I can't imagine Denise would do well. I just don't see housewives being trained in this type of thing. But Stephen Baldwin, yeah, he'll do well. Why? Because he's not the famous Baldwin. And when you're the unfamous or less famous brother, you might have something to prove. So my you know what? Off of just this sheet right here, I'm gonna root for Marion, track and field athlete. I think she's probably got the best legs to compete. Although professional surfers, they go out in the cold. Anyway, who knows? Will Allie do well? Will Trista do well? We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes down. Bekah Martinez is in hot water. She was being exposed for cutting down trees in a public park. Well, to be fair, she didn't cut this tree down as far as I can tell, which cutting a tree down can be highly illegal. It looks like she cut off garland for her Christmas stuff, which, sometimes pruning a tree can help it. I don't know if this is the case or not. I would err on the side of don't do that, and at least don't post publicly if you do. But so she was asked, maybe that wasn't the one where she was asked here. Does your state town allow you guys to do this? I was told not to do this a few years ago in our local city woods. I don't know. Better to ask for forgiveness is my motto. I totally agree with that motto, ask forgiveness, but also, boy, something less stupid as cutting a tree down in a park could cost you a lot of money, especially when you're going to post online. But again, she trimmed the limb. What are you going to do? So anyway, what else do we have? I think that's it. I think that's all we have. So, thoughts on my interview with Greer. It went great. Doing these interviews live and outdoors can be terrible audio. I use only the best professional lav microphones, and you're going to hear just that. We discussed Greer's attempts to save a park. She's also discussing what happened on her season of Bachelor. She was sort of exposed for previous tweets she made defending an acquaintance who had worn blackface. So she did that when she was 17, and we talked about it, how she was mortified. She didn't know she didn't even remember doing that, and she's, her opinions are different, this and that and the other. And it's an interesting conversation. I think it's a fair one to have. I think a lot of people shy away from those types of conversations, those of growth and thinking of like where we went wrong in our past. But Greer knocks it out of the park. From a grace standpoint, scale of 1 to 10, I give her a 12. I really do. She was fun to talk to. We talked about manifesting. Even one of you guys stopped us. So hello to whoever that was. Actually, several people DM'd me and said they saw us on the street. That's what I love about New York City. You walk by so many people that statistically you're just going to run into people you know or people that know you. So anyhow, that was fun. Today, we're going to go take photos with Santa. So that means I've got a lot of stuff to go get into, but I wanted to give you a little bit of an update. So you can go check out that interview with Greer on the Dave Neal Show on YouTube, or just scan that QR code right there to listen for free. And I want everyone to have a good weekend, and I'll be back Monday morning. If you're like Dave, I want content really early Monday morning, well, then I would say check out the podcast, because I release that at midnight Sunday night, Monday morning. So if you're like a truck driver and you get up early, I'm the first person that has the Monday morning news, because I shoot it at midnight. So go check that out. Have a good one, everybody. We'll talk to you later.